Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Easy, bringing you yet another guide. This one is on Hog Riders in Town Hall 8. If you've been following along, we've got a new account, Little Easy. He is now Town Hall 8, and just in Town Hall 8, these Hog Riders are so strong that we made a video up. We got 4 or 5 attacks here, and you'll see there he's just crushing it every time with these hogs. So we'll go over some of the fundamentals with Hog Riders. Most of you that are in Town Hall 8, if you've moved up pretty fast like I have, you hadn't had the privilege to watch probably one of the premier YouTubers on Hog Riders, which was Jake from One Hive. He's kind of retired since you've started probably. So let's go over some of I really wish if you go back to YouTube, look up Jake from One Hive. If you were going to attack with Hog Riders, watch his material. It may be a little advanced at first, but it's really what you want to watch. I know that there's guys out there now like Powerbank who does a really good job. He's one of my favorites. Another one is Judo Sloth. I would like watching him too, but they do a lot of really advanced stuff. So doesn't Jake, but I'm mentioning them all because if you want to excel in this game, you have to watch some of these guys, watch how they do things, watch how they explain things. They're just really good. Anyway, you've seen a few with a few comments scrolling across the screen. If you hadn't paid attention, rewind and read them real quick. Basically, with Hog Riders, you have it's a really simple fundamental attack, but there's all kinds of problems that are embedded in the attack because you have to pay attention the entire time. These are not a drop and go troop. So first thing is with Town Hall 8 is you use what's called the kill squad. The kill squad they're the troops that you put in before the Hog Riders go in. They have a specific goal, they have specific objectives that you want to achieve with them, and some of the main objectives are to pull out the clan castle troops and kill them, and to kill the king. Reason is because one wizard in the clan castle will literally wipe out every Hog Rider you have. If they have a Valkyrie in the clan castle, she will too. If their hero is still up on the base when you send your hogs in, he will follow your Hog Riders around and chop them to pieces. So you want to use what's called a kill squad. They are the troops that you're going to put in before you put in your main body of troops, which in this case is the Hog Riders. The kill squad can vary. What I've been using is I just got P.E.K.K.A.s. Matter of fact, just got Valkyries too. You'll see here at the end. But I've been using healers and P.E.K.K.A.s in the king and some wizards to kind of bust into the base and take out some of these key objectives. Now you'll notice when I use healers, there's a timing issue. You need to go straight for the king because you can see him. I usually try to drop. In Town Hall 8, you can drop one troop, you can drop one Hog Rider, and get them to jump over the walls towards the clan castle and trigger the clan castle. So if they have clan castle troops, now you have an opportunity to take them out before your Hog Riders go in. Yeah, you're kind of attacking straight towards the king, but you need to avoid those air defenses if you're going to use healers to protect your P.E.K.K.A. or whatever troops you're putting in. I like to use the healers, and it's always a good idea to start away from those air defenses. And what I try to do is I'll start away from the air defenses, go for the king, go for the clan castle, and then I'll try to put the Hog Riders in before the air defenses latch on to those healers. It's kind of it's a little balancing act that you have to go through. Anyway, I've let a couple of attacks go by. We're going to kind of give you a play-by-play in the next 2 or 3 attacks. But before we get into the next few attacks, we had an announcement that I was watching. Don't know how much truth there is behind it, but I do believe we have a new troop coming and a new trap. The new troop will be the Ice Wizard, as you can see. And I don't know, this is not fact, people. This is rumors. We know that these rumors sometimes are true, sometimes they're not. Supposedly, Supercell has given some information out to people, and this is supposedly coming. This is going to be that next little package we get from the Clash Miss. So look forward to that. The Ice Wizard and the Freeze Trap. Some more cool stuff. It's been a pretty good Christmas season for Supercell. They've really tried to put it all out there for us, so good job to them. Okay, so now on this next attack, this is where we can start. Now, I just sent in a hog. That hog rider was going and try to trigger the clan castle. You'll see where the king is and how I'm going. I'm putting all the troops in. I've got some giants. Giants are going to walk right up to the wall and kind of take all that damage. And then I've got a couple Pika, a couple wizards, and the healers in right behind them. And I also like to bring some poison spells. I just got them on this Town Hall 8. This is a 2-day-old Town Hall 8, so we still have level 2 hogs. I believe at this point maybe level 2. I upgraded them right away, so they may be level 3 by now. But as soon as that king goes down, that's when I'm starting to look at these hog riders. Now on this particular base, I could not get the king. So what I try to do here is I'm going to insert the hogs away from the king if I can. And I think I avoided him pretty well here. I think he got a couple of shots in. And as the troops are pathing around the base, I make sure I try to keep them under a heal spell. I haven't mentioned that yet, but heal spells are... You can't use hogs without heal spells. Don't bring hog riders and bring no heal spells. You have to bring 2 or 3 heal spells at Town Hall 8. Now you'll notice this worked out really well. The hogs are going to end up back on the king. Now hogs will not defend themselves until all the defenses are down. So if there's a way that you can manage it to have them path into the king at the very end of your attack, that's perfect, because as soon as they get that last defense down, they'll turn around and take out the king, which is what they did here. So a few things that we wanted to go over with a hog rider raid. Your first, really the main ingredient to a successful hog rider raid is to scout the base. And even though the giant bombs don't do 1.5 damage on hog riders anymore, if they have 2, sometimes 3 giant bombs next to each other, they will put a hurting on these hog riders. Smart defenders, they'll put those giant bombs right in between the wizard tower and right in between the bomb towers. So you have defenses that are doing splash damage on you. They're hitting every single one of your troops at one time. So you'll run through a double giant bomb, and then the wizard will hit you one time, and then they're all gone. So while you're scouting the base, be sure you try to identify any potential giant bomb areas and try to avoid them. That would be a good place to send your kill squad into. Try to get the kill squad to trigger those traps. Next, you're going to hear the word pathing a lot when it comes to hog riders. If you watch other people that go into a little more detail than I will, you'll hear them talk about pathing. What that means is these hog riders, they go from defense to defense. So if you watch them carefully, there are patterns that they use. Now, I've always explained to people that this game is like a magnet system. Everything is attracted to each other through this magnet system. So the closest defense will attract the hog riders. So as you're putting your hog riders in, and just as a little side note, I didn't use much of a surgical deployment. I pretty much grouped all these hog riders together, just because at level 2 you really need the impact of all of them at one time to take out these defenses fast enough so they don't chop away at your hog riders. As you move up in level, you can start using what we call a surgical deployment, and that means you'll put 2 or 3 on each defense. It's a great way to deploy the hog riders. It's very effective, but you won't see much of that here just because they're level 2. Back to pathing. Pay attention to where you'll see in the core of a base, you'll see a defense, you'll see a big space next to them where a giant bomb can fit, or maybe 2 giant bombs, and then you have another defense that's specifically set up to have your hog riders run to a defense, take that defense out, and then run towards the next defense and run right over a double giant bomb set. That will kill them. So that's part of your pathing, and that's part of your scouting. These attacks, you have to do a little bit of scouting with them. When you're using them as war troops, they do really well on the second attack. You get to watch the replays, you get to see where these giant bombs are, you get to see where the spring traps are, and you can really plan ahead for that. And you can use some big troops like Golem or Giants to push them into the base ahead of the Hogs to try to trip some of these traps. It's very important you do that. Hogs are not like dragons, where you can put them all in at the beginning of the attack and spell them up a little bit and have them survive. You have to delicately push these through the base. Now, on this last attack, let's see. I gotta put my glasses on, people. I can't find them. Anyway, I believe on this last attack we used the Valkyries. I happen to have the Valkyries come through at the last minute. It may have been last attack. I can't tell by this tiny little screen that I get to watch while I'm recording. Anyway, I like to use 3 heal spells. I use the 3 heal spells. Yeah, there are Valkyries. I can see them now. I use the 3 heal spells with the Hog Riders at Town Hall 8 because it gives you good coverage on the entire base. You've seen I haven't really attacked maxed out Town Hall 8s because I've just now gotten to Town Hall 8 myself, but we're going to get into that a little more in the next couple videos. But now, once I got the Valkyries into play, I used 2 heals and 1 rage because that rage spell complements the Valkyries so well. Once you get to the Valkyries in Town Hall 8, and even after that, once you get to Golem in Town Hall 8, these are the troops you want to use. You want to really practice a lot with your Hog Riders, with your Valkyries in Town Hall 8, because once you get to Town Hall 9, Town Hall 9 is your biggest learning curve in the game. Town Hall 9 is what makes or breaks most players. And if you get a lot of practice in with your Hogs and with your Valkyries in Town Hall 8, that will prepare you a little more for this Town Hall 9. Town Hall 9 is going to be a challenge for everyone. But if you start off in Town Hall 8 using these troops, you can see here, the next video is this Laloon in Town Hall 9. If you start using the Hog Riders and the Valkyries in Town Hall 8, you'll be much better prepared, and you'll really like what happens in Town Hall 9. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Sub to the channel, everyone. It's been easy. See ya.
Well, I walked into a room, saw a fine young thing sitting in a chair. She had long blonde hair. When she looked me in the eye, I saw those devil eyes. I said she had those devil eyes.